Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing another B&M Hyper roller coaster. This is a polished Chariot at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. This is an excellent B&M Hyper, and I'm going to explain it. First, to start with statistics, it has a height of 170 feet, however the drop is 210 feet, so technically it is considered to be a B&M Hyper. It has a speed of 73 miles per hour, making it the fastest ride in the park. Manufactured by B&M and opened in March 20th, 1999, so this is actually the first ever B&M Hyper. It does not go upside down. It has a duration of 2 minutes 15 seconds, and it pulls a G-force of 4.1. So the statistics are pretty impressive. And this roller coaster, when it opened, funny fact, I think Fabio rode this coaster and actually got hit by a bird at the end, if you know that. Right? It's not really like a good thing you're talking about, it's interesting. But when this thing opened, funny fact, I'm not sure if you all know this coaster wasn't ranked as high as it is now, because it didn't get as much advertisement, I think due to bad weather in Virginia, which I find that to be very funny. Not sure if I find it funny or not, but it wasn't until 2000 or the next year when the coaster really got famous. It has been in the top 10 for like quite some time now. I think it's always been in the top 10 in the Golden Ticket Awards. So when I first wrote it, I had very high expectations for a polished Chariot, and when I wrote it, I wasn't really I didn't really have much preference for roller coasters. So when I wrote I thought this instantly became my favorite coaster. Now, because I've ridden many more roller coasters now, this one's not my favorite. Of course, I've ridden Fury 325, but I thought this coaster was excellent. I think this is a fantastic hyper coaster. Now there is some cons about this coaster I have to explain about. The airtime is a bit sluggish. The first two airtime hills, at least, they're a little sluggish. It doesn't really feel like you're getting that much airtime on the first two airtime hills. It's not until the final airtime hills is when you really get ejected out of your seat. So that has some good airtime in it. But the first two just don't do much for me compared to the other hypers out there. Personally, I think this is the weakest B&M Hyper I've ridden at the moment. I've only ridden 4 of these. I think Intimidator, Goliath, and Mako feature or deliver better rides than this roller coaster. But this is a very special roller coaster, though. This is a coaster that really blew my mind when I first rode it. But now, compared to other coasters, I just don't think it's as good as the other hypers out there. So let's talk about the ride. So you get to Festa Italia, you make a left, and the entrance is literally right there. So, and this ride doesn't really have much theming to it. It kind of has like some flags and stuff, but really, there's nothing. So you exit the station, you go up the 170-foot lift hill, and I think the lift hill sound for this is actually pretty cool. It's like this, like that. I'm sorry if it was weird to do that. It's kind of weird talking about the lift hill sound. You exit the lift, you go through like a pre-drop. So then you're like once you exit the lift, you kind of go through a straight section. But then you just drop. And let me just say, this probably has one of the best drops on a roller coaster in my opinion. It's definitely better than most drops I've experienced. I just love how you drop or dive into the subterranean area. I love how you dive into a lake. I thought that was extremely cool. So you go through that at 73 miles per hour. Then you enter a first airtime moment, which I have to be honest, it's kind of sluggish compared to like Intimidator, Goliath, and Mako. So you get to another airtime hill, and then you kind of go through this little helix section, which usually on a roller coaster you would pull tons of G-force during a helix, but you don't really feel the force on the helix, which I thought was kind of it has been a long time since I've ridden this coaster. It's been almost 2 years since I've last rode a polished Chariot. So I can't really remember if it's intense or not. I remember it being kind of intense, kind of not. So then you enter the mid-course brake run. So then you go through another drop. If you're in the back, you might get whipped through the drop. Then you go through another airtime moment into a subterranean dive, then through a couple of turns, twists, then through some airtime hills, and then there's this one part right here. I actually thought it was the end of the ride. When I first rode it, first rode in the back ride. I thought it was the end of the ride, So I thought we were about to glide to the brake run, but then all of a sudden we just it's caught me off guard when we got to that final airtime. I'm like, what the heck? It scared me. It was funny. So then you light up the last airtime hill and go into the final brake run, thus ending your Apollo's Chariot experience. So what do I think of Apollo's Chariot? I think this is a fantastic beat-em hyper roller coaster. Of the hypers, I definitely think it's the weakest, but I still love it a lot. So for its overall score, Apollo's Chariot is getting a 9 out of 10. And I think that's a pretty accurate score for this coaster. It's fantastic, but it's not perfect. And some things I could fix with this roller coaster is if the airtime was a lot better, if it was like on the level of Mako. But I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, this was the first Beat-em Hyper. Come on, guys. I shouldn't give it too much criticism. I mean, it's smooth and all. It might feel a little rattled, but it's pretty smooth. And also, I mean, come on, guys. Shouldn't give this one too much criticism. You still gotta honor Apollo's Chariot. And the Golden Ticket Awards, this is actually ranked the best hyper coaster, or best Beat-em Hyper. But I wouldn't say it's the best. So those are all my overall thoughts. You can comment down what are your opinions on Apollo's Chariot. Also, don't forget to check out the channel social media on Instagram. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to this video. Subscribe to this channel if you want some more amazing content, like vlogs, coaster reviews, coaster fights, etc. I'll catch you all next time. Have a Veemtacular day.